This is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. First and foremost, all praises are due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Padash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us his truth. Salutations to the brothers around the four corners of the earth who are teaching this word and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the hope for elect, the few men, women, and children that believe in this word. This is your brother Kawatazah Abad coming at you again with another lesson. This one is entitled, The Elect Will Watch Babylon America Burn from Outer Space. When I speak of the elect, I'm speaking of the remnant, the chosen few of the Hebrew Israelites who have come back to the Lord Yahweh via Yahweh Shai, the belief in Yahweh Shai that he was here, that he died, that he was resurrected, all right, that he is indeed coming back on the day of the Lord, okay, to beam up the elect of the Lord in a big, gigantic chariot. So we're looking forward to this day as we see all the things going on around the world, the protest from the lady being shot in Minneapolis, from the ICE agents, all the stuff going on in Iran with the protests, the stuff with Venezuela, Russia, Ukraine, all right, the Iranians in Israel, okay, going at it, Israel shooting missiles over there to Syria and Lebanon. So all these things are going on. So we see, okay, everything is ramping up in the full-blown chaos known as what? Jacob's trouble. It's going to intensify even more. So we know the Lord is doing this, Yahweh. He is shortening these days for the elect's sake. All right, so we're looking forward to everything kicking off. We're looking forward to Jacob's trouble ramping up, civil war, race riots, famine of food, the electrical grid going down, all these things going on so that these elite Edomites, what they want to do is create all these problems, and they have a solution already prepared in what's known as what? The RFID chip, all right? The radio frequency identification device is already prepared, spoken of in Revelation 13 in verse 16. But they had to legitimize bringing that out with bringing chaos. So we see that the Lord is making what? Egyptian go against Egyptian, American against American, sedition, all these things are coming. So eventually what they can do is what? Initiate martial law, lockdowns, so on and so forth. Cut the electricity off, cut the internet off. So all these things are coming within Jacob's trouble. All right? Leading into the MOTB, World War III, and then the day of the Lord, in which America, Babylon, is going to be burnt with fire from nuclear missiles and laser fire from the chariots. Let's read this again, Malachi 4 and verse 1. And it reads, For behold, the day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Babylon, America is going to be burnt up and desolate and uninhabitable by any humans. Only animals and wild creatures, pursuant to Isaiah 34. It's going to be desolate, desolation. Let's read Malachi 4 and verse 2. But unto you that fear my name, the elect of the Lord, the remnant, that have come back to him, that know the name of the Father, Yahweh, in the name of the Son, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of righteousness, Yahweh Shai, arise with healing in his wings. In his wings, he's going to arise with in a big gigantic spaceship. Okay, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. The elect are going to be beamed up. Okay, extracted into a huge spaceship with Yahweh Shai 1/3 here in Babylon, America. The remnant, the elect of the Hebrew Israelites, as well as select elect throughout the world, are going to be gathered up by various angels in their chariots. So this takes an incredible amount of faith. The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So the elect, we have faith that this is going to happen. And 2/3 of our people are not going to hearken to this word. They're not going to call upon Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, and they're not going to have that protection Okay, when all the hell breaks loose inside of Jacob's trouble, when things intensify more and more. So let's go to go to Isaiah 26. Isaiah chapter 26, and let's read verse 20. And it reads as follows. It says here, Salaki, Isaiah 26 and 20 reads, it says, come my people. So the Yahweh has a certain people, the Hebrew Israelites, you see, his special chosen people. He says, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers. But only the elect, the remnant, are going to be beamed up for their faith, for standing stiffly, for the name of the Lord, for not loving our lives unto the death, for not taking that mark of the beast. Okay? Let's start again. Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, beamed up into the chariots, the main chariot of Yahushai, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment. All right? So it's only going to take a little moment for the Lord to destroy Babylon, America. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation, the righteous anger of the Lord be overpassed. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place with the myriad of chariots, the big gigantic chariot with Yahushai. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. So the main enemy, the Lord Yahweh, is going to send Yahushai after is you goddamn Edomites. And in particular here in Babylon, America. All right, so you're going to get the worst of the punishment. You see, if you're not part of the elect, and you're not on those spaceships, you're going to be burnt with fire. Let's get a definition of this word disclosed, because everything about this devil, what he's done, is going to be disclosed. We only know half of what this devil has done. We know he came here to what? To kill, to steal, and to destroy. He was created for a particular reason, okay, to bring wickedness upon the planet Earth. Also, he was brought forth so the Lord Yahweh can really show his true power by bringing them down, because he's a base man. Okay, he's an animal. He's the beast man, so to speak. Let's get the definition of this word disclose real quick. In the interlinear, it says here, this is the Hebrew translation of the word disclose.
Strong's H, 1540. Gala. Gala.
It says here to uncover, remove. So everything this devil has done, and devil means adversary, so we know who our main adversary is as a Hebrew Israelite, so-called Black, Latino, and Native American here in Babylon, America, and scattered throughout the world. Like the sand of the seashore, we know who our main enemy is. Okay, the pale man, the red man. Okay, to uncover, okay, disclose, to remove, to uncover oneself, to discover, to be uncovered. So this devil is already being uncovered, especially you goddamn big nose, black suit wearing, baby hat, baby curl, Amaleks, okay, that are in our country, Israel. You're being discovered, even by your own people, your other Edomites. Because right now the Lord is what? Setting Egyptian against Egyptian, meaning American against American. So all these things happening are being done purposely, and we know Yahweh is really controlling the whole show. So he's controlling the left-hand side of these elite bankers and the right-hand side of the men of the Lord, the believers, okay, the hopeful elect of the Hebrew Israelites who have come back to Yahweh, okay, via Yahushai in truthfulness and sincerity. So the Lord is controlling everything, okay? Proverbs 20 and 24, man's comings and goings are of the Lord. How can he then understand his way? So everything is being done by the Lord. There's no such thing as free will, so to speak, okay? It says here to disclose, discover, to make known. So this devil, everything is going to be disclosed on that day of the Lord even more about what this devil has done. All right. He's already being revealed right now. The son of perdition, the son of destruction. That's why he's ramping everything up, because he knows he hath but a very short time to get his ultimate plan in order, which is to bring about the implementation of the MOTB, spoken of in Revelation 13 and verse 16. So let's go back here. Let's go to another precept, Revelation 15, because the elect are going to have the honor of watching Babylon America burn while they are within the spaceship with Yahushai and the angels as well, okay? And their spaceships. Excuse me. Revelation. We're going to go to Revelation chapter 15, and let's read verse 1. It says here, and I saw another sign in heaven. And when he says an I, this is talking about John, the apostle, who was exiled to the island of Patmos circa 95 AD. And he received the revelation from Yahushai of the times that we're in and of the times to come. Yahushai coming back, Babylon America being destroyed, and the elect being beamed up into the spaceships. Revelation 15 and verse 1 again. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. So he's seen the elect in the spaceship, the main spaceship with Yahushai, the 1/3 here in Babylon America will be in that spaceship. And there's going to be a sea of glass in which the elect are going to be able to watch Babylon America burn. That's why it says here, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, because the glass in the spaceship, okay, the chariot, is going to be showing the fire of Babylon America being burned. So he's seen the glass and the fire mingled together, meaning the elect are going to be able to watch Babylon America burn through glass, be able to watch it clearly. Let's read it again. Revelation 15 and verse 2. And I saw John, okay, the revelator, the apostle, as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. Okay, with the beast is the what? The beast is the Roman Empire 2.0, Babylon America, the NWO, the EU, the NATO. Okay. And them, let's read it again. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image, the doctrines and philosophies of Rome that are here in Babylon America. Babylon America is nothing but Rome 2.0, with the philosophies, the doctrines, the men with men, the women with women, the bestiality, the pedophilia, all the wickedness that is here in Babylon America was being done in ancient Rome. So when it says over his image, it's the philosophies, the doctrines, and so on. And over his mark, which is the mark of the beast, an actual chip they're going to try to put in you, but the elect are not going to be fooled. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. The elect are not going to resist that hour of temptation. Okay, that time of testing that's going to test everybody on the planet Earth. All right. Let me start again. Revelation 15 verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name. Okay, that the 666 algorithm. Okay, all right. That's going to be within that chip, the mathematical algorithm. All right. And over his mark and over the number of his name stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh. All right. So the elect are going to be able to stand in the spaceship. It's going to be a sea of glass. Okay. They're going to be able to look down and watch Babylon America being destroyed. Okay. By nuclear missiles and laser fire from the chariots. All right. Let's read verse 3. Revelation 15 verse 3 says, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, in the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Yahweh Almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, especially when Yahushua comes in that big gigantic spaceship and they wipe out all the armies of the world. That's in Second Esdras 13, because you're going to have World War III, okay, within Jacob's trouble. You're going to have, of course, the race riots, civil war, the sedition that's already setting up right now, martial law, which is going to come upon us pretty quick, the MOTB being instituted, World War III, and then you're going to have what? The day of the Lord, okay? So people are going to fear when they see the power of Yahushai in the angels, you see? Let's continue. Let's read Revelation 15:4 again. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy. For all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. Okay, and that's going to be what? Judgment Day. It's going to be made manifest via Yahushua and the angels coming upon the planet Earth, wiping out all the armies of the world that are going to what? They're going to combine their forces. Even though in World War III, they're going to be fighting each other in that area of the Middle East known as what? The Valley of Decision, the Levant. But they're going to come together when they see all these spaceships coming from outer space. But they're going to lose miserably, okay? Let's go to Revelation 18 if I can. Revelation 18, we'll finish up shortly. In verse 1, it says this. The title says Babylon is fallen in the Blue Letter Bible. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So all the receipts of Babylon America are coming to pass, how evil and wicked this place is. All right. And in particular, you goddamn Edomites, you're being exposed all across the board. Revelation 18 and verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So all the other nations, okay, they were down with Babylon America. Her streets are paved with gold. She has the best army, okay? She has the best celebrities. Everything is great in Babylon America. So all the other countries have drinking the wine of her fornication. But now they're realizing that what they've been doing is going to take them down. You see, that Babylon America is not what it's all cracked up to be. Revelation 18 and 3 again, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, men with men, men with men, women with women, adultery, men trying to be women, women trying to be men. So all the other nations have adopted, okay, the doctrines, the philosophies, and the image of Babylon America. All right? For all nations have drunk of the wine of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. But she's about to come down, okay? America is in debt. The dollar is not worth anything. You have the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, okay? China, South Africa, bonding to form their own currency. But everything leads to the MOTB, all right? The digital ID first, and then the MOTB that the elite Edomite bankers want to bring into fruition because they want total surveillance of everybody on the planet Earth. Okay, this devil wants to be like Yahweh, which is impossible. Let's read verse 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, meaning the elect, the remnant, are going to be beamed up into these spaceships. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Okay? That ye not be burnt up in the fire that is inevitable for Babylon America via nuclear missiles and laser fire from the chariots. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. So Yahweh is about to bring the pain. Okay, all the sins have reached unto heaven. It's becoming overwhelming. So the Lord is ready to make his move. So he has everybody playing their part. Okay, all the countries are playing their part. All the world leaders are playing their part. All the elite Edomite bankers are playing their part. All the prophets, the men of the Lord on the right hand side, they're playing their part. All right, because he's controlling the whole show. He is the ultimate director, Yahweh. Let's read it again. Revelation 18, verse 5. For her sins, okay, have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. And the main punishment is coming towards you, Babylon, America, and you goddamn Edomites. He says here, let's go to Revelation 18 and verse 8. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. So we're looking forward to it. Al-Baratazah, we're part of the elect, and we'll be able to watch Babylon, America burn from outer space. So on that note, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I hope this lesson was edifying to you. Shalom.